you have to maintain your facial expressions as well. Yes, you have maintained that eye contact, but a little bit smiling face as well. We cannot just sit straight and upright, and you are just looking really serious, kind of this thing. This should not be happening. And as a whole and at large, everything was really good. You don't have to. Evening, how are you?
Good evening, ma'am. I'm doing well by the grace of Almighty God. Thank you for asking me. What about you, ma'am?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. So let's start with the introduction as we are meeting for the first time. Please introduce yourself.
Okay, thank you for ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. First of all, I would, ma'am. Well, my name is Tawkir. I'm basically from Bihar, but currently I'm living in Kinshasa, Africa. I have
Okay.
completed my graduation from LNMU University, Darbhanga, Bihar. But nowadays I'm doing working at international procurement domain as a purchase executive. And
Hmm.
if I my hobbies, so my hobbies are playing cricket and learning English. And I'm very love to. I know I prefer to watch conversation videos, and
Hmm.
simultaneously nowadays I'm learning English because this is my desire and aspiration. I wanna speak as spontaneous. I wanna speak articulate. That's why I'm here on this application. So yeah, that's all about me. A little bit my introduction. So could you please, ma'am? I want to know about you.
Yes, yes, of course, and good to hear you. So, as you know, my name is Nootan and I'm from Mathura, which is in UP. And I have just started working as a teacher. I teach to the teachers, you can say as a spoken English tutor. Talking about my qualification, then I'm graduate from commerce, and simultaneously I'm running a YouTube channel, and I'm blessed with two kids. So this is all about me. Thank you.
Oh, glad to hear, ma'am, and also delighted to meet you. So yeah, ma'am. How long you have been, running your YouTube channel?
It's been 3 years since when I started my this channel. Yeah, but experience is two years, not 3 years, because for 1 year I stopped everything. Not a single video I made. So you can say 2 years experience I have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have watched your so many videos on YouTube. So it was quite well for everyone, those who are willing to learn English, who are interest to learn English. So I like your
Mhm.
video, and also I learned so many things from your videos.
Thank you.
Ma'am, I wanted to talk with you before long time, but I didn't have knowledge how to connect with you. But
Okay.
on a Skype and search your name. So
Mm-hmm.
fortunately, I got your ID on that application. So finally, I messaged you on that application, and thank you
Okay.
for accepting my request. So
Okay,
now
that's amazing. Thank you. Thanks to
yeah,
you.
I'm very fond of to talk with a stranger person, and also I prefer to talk with a speaker tutor. I have
Okay.
recently I have recently started my YouTube channel to enhance my skills and to express my thought. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you have English knowledge, and you can do practice each and every day on audio calling. But what happens when you will communicate with in front of people, when you will practice in front of mirror, that time you will
Mm-hmm.
get hesitant how to speak that time, and how to express
Exactly.
our thought. So
Yeah, agree.
that's why I started my journey on video calling. And also I have started video calling practice. The application name is episode in application. So there are
Okay.
150 countries from people are available on that application. So I learned so
Okay.
many things from that application. Also I got confident from that application. So now I'm
Mm-hmm.
little confident. But at that days when I started learning English, that is I didn't have knowledge about English or how to speak in English, and I was not able to speak any single word in English. But
Okay.
nowadays I'm able to speak in English. That's the behind it, ma'am.
Okay. Great. Great. So may I ask that how long have you been here? Like how long have you been living here in Africa?
Okay, okay, you are talking about Africa. So I have been living in here over the last 1 year, ma'am.
Okay. And how did you get this opportunity? Like what kind of things you did, the kind of efforts you put in? Would you like to share?
Yeah, of course, ma'am. So before I was living in Delhi. at Lakshminagar. So I used to work as an accountant.
Okay.
So you can say, so I was working in CA firm. So
Okay.
so
CA,
I
count,
that,
chartered accountant.
I'm not I was not a chartered accountant, but I was working in under chartered accountant.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Got your point.
So at that time, I got these opportunities. My friend are living in here, so he told me if you want to come here, so you
Mm-hmm.
can come here. Have a vacancy over here, so
Mm-hmm.
you can. So I want to go abroad because in our country we don't get handsome salary. So that
Exactly.
coming, I came here in Kinshasa. So nowadays I'm
Okay.
excited, and also I'm very happy over here because over here every person are affable, and every person are you can say synergized. So
Great. Great.
fine over here.
Okay. So, do you live alone or with your family?
I'm living in alone over here, ma'am.
Okay.
My
Okay.
family
Great.
is living in my village.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
ma'am, I have one question for you. Can I ask you,
Please
ma'am?
go ahead. Yes. Yes. Go ahead.
So, I want to know about you. When you started learning English and when you started your YouTube channel, so at that time, you did your first conversation with a stranger person. So, how was your first conversation? Did you get feel hesitate?
Okay. Let me explain you. See, it's been just 6 months, 6 months and above, I think. You can say 6 months and a half. Since that day, I have been talking with people, so many people, and that day, specific day, I got connected with these groups and I started talking with the people. Before in that, I used to make my solo video. Like 3 years ago, back then, I had been doing the same thing because as I didn't have any speaking partner, I didn't have any ambience, so this much I could do, like talking with myself and getting myself recorded. So this I earlier used to do. So I had been doing such things like making my solo videos and uploading it on YouTube. And as I earlier mentioned you, I stopped everything in second year. Again, third year when I bounced back. So that time also I had been doing the same thing, like making my solo videos. But I was a little bit confident that time when I was making my solo videos. And when I came to know about the groups and the Skype app and everything, and then I like had one you can say first conversation with a lady. So that day I was not fearing, I was not hesitated, but I was overexcited, I was laughing a lot,
Same like me.
literally.
Like me.
Yeah, literally, internally I was feeling, I don't know what I was feeling, but I didn't have the hesitation. But it was over, the smile was over, and I was laughing aloud. So it was not appearing nice, but I uploaded that video. I have that video on my channel. 6 months ago, my like old and my first conversational video. So I had very nice conversation with that lady, and throughout that video, that conversation, I was in English. I didn't switch into Hindi because there was some kind of excitement. I was like overwhelmed, many things, many kind of feelings, inhibition I had, but I was not being able to showcase that. So what I could do that time, I could just maintain my like a whole personality talking with that lady, and I maintained that, but somewhere to some extent I was smiling a lot, like and somewhere like, all of a sudden I'm smiling, I'm laughing. So this was not really appearing good, and I can say as a whole it was nice, like at large it was nice conversation.
So glad to hear, ma'am. So ma'am, let me tell you one thing. When I did my first conversation with Santa, ma'am, you
Okay.
must know about the Santa, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
So at the
Yes,
time,
yes.
I was extremely excited because this was my first conversation. So I was so much excited how to communicate with them and how to
Mm-hmm.
express my thought. Because she is a notable speaker on YouTube. Everyone knows
Exactly.
about her. So at that time, I
Exactly.
was so excited how to express my
Mm-hmm.
thought. So
Okay.
nowadays I'm still learning because I want to speak articulate. So nowadays I'm making so many mistake while I speak in English. So
Mm-hmm. This
being,
happens.
being a YouTube English content creator. So what are the thing would you like to suggest me, ma'am, based on it?
See, I would say, like so far you have talked with me in English, and you didn't switch into your mother tongue, so that's really commendable. And whether you make mistakes, you have continued with the language, so that's really commendable. It's really appreciable. On top of this, what you can do, you need to become more, I can say, the kind of words you are using, it should be articulative. You should articulate your words in a nice way, and
Yes.
the kind of expressions, you have everything to speak in English. Okay, the confidence you have, and you have maintained it so far, but a little bit, expression, because once we are speaking and we are in the conversation specifically in English language, so we must need this. It's really required here. You have to maintain your facial expressions as well. Yes, you have maintained that eye contact, but little bit, a little bit smiling face as well. We cannot just sit straight and upright, and you are just looking really serious, kind of this thing. This should not be happening. And as a whole and at large, everything was really good. You don't have to do anything. The thing is, just maintain your confidence level. Nothing new. The main thing, if you are really this much capable to speak with the people, communicate with the people, and you're not switching into your mother tongue, so that's really commendable. This should be happening, and that's you are doing, that you have been doing. So this is it. That should be the spirit. That should be the spunk.
Okay, glad to hear, ma'am. Inshallah, I will do overcoming on it, and I will do
Exactly, exactly. And
efforts on it.
yes, one more thing I would like to share and elaborate here, that once you are in the conversation with the people, so not always try to speak on like casual talk. If you are comfortable with casual talk, okay, let it be. Now uh, just don't beat about the bush and come to the point. The thing is, just choose some topic to talk. Topic, it could be anything in a form. Let's say talking about satisfaction. What do you think about satisfaction? What do you think about success? What do you think about happiness or being happy? So these are little word. And what do you think inside? What is here? We cannot vacant from here. See, this mind cannot be vacant. Okay, we always have a lot of things here. So choosing one word, any object, any commodity, any thought, any scenario, then you should be speaking. This will somewhere elevate your thinking, your thought process, and it will enhance your speaking skills. This you can do, and you can choose to do.
Yeah, I'm totally agree with you, ma'am. What you are saying. So I want to know about you, ma'am. Ma'am, have you presented, in front of many people?
You asked a very nice question today, and I would love to share this. I taught to the teachers, and the numbers were teachers. The staff was, I think, 30 to 32, 30,
Oh,
302, 32.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And it was literally amazing, I can say. I really enjoyed, I thoroughly enjoyed over there. And I was not fearing, not a single, sign of fear here. No.
Yeah.
I was really confident over there. I taught to the teachers, and I showcased everything, like kind of, body gestures, physical appearance, talking in English, making them understand in English, and making them do the things. Whatever I was just saying, the thing that okay, you have to choose this word, now make the sentence. And yes, I made them do this, like talking about the intro, like how can we introduce ourselves, and a lot of things I wrote down on the blackboard as well. Like I jotted down, and they were like imitating, like they were reading, they were writing things. So it was literally amazing, and I can say different kind of feeling I had. And I was not fearing, there was no any kind of inhibition in my mind. Today this happened. This is why I'm really ecstatic, and I'm sharing it with you, on such a big platform. But today I did that. So I am thinking today I did that. It was, you can say, second time I taught to the teachers. Earlier I was teaching to this only students, and yesterday also I taught to the teachers. So what I'm thinking, like now I'm not really fearing. So I'm thinking about after 1 month. after 2 months, what would be the level of my confidence? It is going to be multifold, and it is going to accelerate. So this
Yes.
I'm thinking, and I'm thinking like I am being capable to do so, talking in front of a big number of people. It's
Yes.
such a challenging thing, and I did that. So I really pat myself. I really proud of myself.
Oh, ma'am. So yeah, I'm glad to hear, ma'am. While you're speaking, while you narrate about anything, so your face expression, your gesture, and your body language, it was quite nice. So
Thank you.
I want to know about you. Would you like to something about me, ma'am? If you have any question, any inquiry for me regarding this language, because I'm very passionate.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. I would like to ask, like, at what time you started this, and what kind of things that propelled you, that inspired you to learn this English language?
Because when I came here at that time I didn't have knowledge about English, and I saw one person, he has a good at English and he speaks very well. So at that time I inspired from him. So at that time I decided I want to learn this language, and inshallah I will speak same like him. So
Mm-hmm.
at that started my journey, and nowadays I'm still learning English. So nowadays I have been following. There are four crucial way to learn this language: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. So I
Mm-hmm.
do practice every day 1 hour, 1.5 hour, 2 hour on audio calling. Because but ma'am, while I do practice in on audio calling, at that time I'm very confident. But while I speak in front of people, while I speak in front of camera, at that time, I get feel hesitate how to communicate with them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I
Mm-hmm.
started with way to learn this language to express my thought. So and also apart from this, when I get free time, at that time, I read a lot when I get free time,
Okay.
and I love to watch conversation videos. So I have followed so many YouTuber on YouTube like you, and I
Mm-hmm.
watch conversation videos a lot before sleeping. Each and every day I watch conversation videos, four videos, three videos. You can say this is my routine. So these
Okay.
are the things
Great.
I am following to enhance my skills.
Okay. This means you are on the right path. So, according to you, do you think grammar is important? Learning grammar is important?
Yeah,
Or we
ma'am.
can we can we can sorry to interrupt you, or we can make shift as it is. Like we don't need to take a deep plunge into that, and we can just in Hindi we say काम चला सकते हैं. We can make shift anyhow. So, do you really believe in that? Do you think so that grammar is not important, or it is important? What's your take on?
Yeah, ma'am. Grammar is important because you don't have a basic grammar knowledge, so you cannot able to speak in English. You should at least basic grammar knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Then you will frame your sentence while you speak, while you frame your sentence, while you speak about anything. But you don't have basic grammar knowledge, you cannot able to make a sentence, how to make sentence. So I think
Exactly.
grammar is essential for learning language.
Yeah. So, do you study grammar?
Yeah, I studied when I started my journey. At that time I took you can say something grammar. I learned so many things grammar. You can say little bit.
Oh.
I learned a little bit grammar, or you can say basic
Mm-hmm.
grammar. That's why I'm making sentence little bit while I speak, while I
Okay.
narrate anything. So I can make a
Okay.
sentence easily little bit, but I'm still
Okay.
making making mistake while I speak anything,
It's
because
okay, it happens, and it's not a big deal. The main thing is that you can speak, you can converse with people. That's really matter. Okay, one thing I would like to ask, like when you came over here, like in Africa, in your initial days, did you find any difficulties while integrated with the people, mingling with the people, talking with them, asking anything? So did you feel that time any kind of difficulties, any hurdle?
ma'am, right? Ma'am, I'm working in professional way. So the so many suppliers are from various of country. So I
Mm-hmm.
have to communicate with them. You can say I have to communicate with supplier from you can say China. Europe,
Mm-hmm.
Spain, Thailand.
Okay.
So I have to communicate with them, but at that time, I was not able to communicate with them. So I was,
Okay.
under the senior at that time. But right now,
Mm-hmm.
I have handled self by me to anyone
Okay.
supplier. Because at that time
Okay.
I didn't have knowledge about English, but right now
Mm-hmm.
I have communicated with anyone. So it is
Okay.
English is essential for me. So
Mm-hmm.
at that time I faced so many problem over here.
Okay. And what about going out and doing the shopping? Like, let's say, buying vegetables, fruits. Do you do so? Do you do so?
Uh, yeah, of course. Ma'am, over here everything is provided by company, so I don't go
Okay.
outside. And also, you can say we all are get Indian foods over here because our
Okay.
company provides to Indian foods. So we are lucky to got working this company. So it's
Okay.
my dream
Great.
to work this company.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So if I ask about like let's say okay you don't do such things like you don't buy fruit and vegetables company do so.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So when it comes to purchase let's say any dress any attire so what do you do like you do the online shopping or you go out in person?
If I want to, buy something, so I can go outside and I can purchase anything over here.
Okay. So did you face any difficulties over there when conversing with the people? Any kind of problems?
Over here, the local language is Lingala language, and simultaneously, some people are speak French language.
Okay.
So over here, there are three languages are speak English, Lingala, and French. So if you
Okay.
have any knowledge, so you can communicate with them over here.
Yeah. Okay. So do you have any queries? Because I have asked so many questions so far.
Yeah, of course, ma'am. So, how did you learn English and how did you overcoming on it? Because your English is very quite well. You are speaking very well. So,
Thank you.
I want to know about you.
The main thing is the more you speak, the better you can become in this English language. And that I have been doing for a very long time. Like I used to connect with so many people on every single day. Like started talking with two people and gradually just escalated the number of people like 7 to 10, 10 to 12. Earlier, I used to be only a homemaker. Nowadays, I have just started, like it's been just 5 days, and I have started working as a tutor. So that time it was really difficult just because of my passion, my captivation towards this English language. I did that, talking with so many people on every single day, meaning you have to speak more, you have to connect with more people, and you don't have any environment, then talk with yourself, do your self talk because throughout the day, every time, like each and every moment, we are thinking. Anything is like occurring here, running here, so many thoughts. So instead of thinking in Hindi, in your mother tongue, try
Yeah.
to think in English. Initially, you can translate from your mother tongue into English. It's okay, completely fine. Nobody is listening you. Nobody is going to judge you over there. The main thing is nobody is listening you because you're doing the self talk here. So if you have the environment, you have the speaking partner, then you are fortunate enough and you can just extract the benefit just by speaking with people every time. So this will get you a very good result. And that has happened with me because I have talked with so many people. So far, I have talked with more than 500 people, and that has magnified my confidence. So this was the main reason.
So you can say this is the best way to enhance our skills if you communicate with
Exactly.
standard and if you communicate with video calling and in front of
Hmm.
people. So this is the
Yeah.
main thing.
Yeah. True that.
But ma'am, I do practice each and every day. I told you initially at that time, I do practice each and every day 1 hour, 1.5 hour audio calling. So I
Okay.
think it is benefit for me.
Yeah, it will give you some benefit to some extent. But if you really want to enhance your speaking skills, you want to become really, really confident, then you have to engross yourself with the language. And as you are living in such a, country and you have the environment, you're living in abroad.
Yeah, yeah.
So there you can find people, you can converse with them in English. We cannot, make excuses, lame excuses we cannot make. Now we have the environment, now we have the platform, social media, everything. So we cannot make lame excuses. Just we have to take one decision and just take a step ahead. This is it.
Right, right. Thank you, ma'am. So yeah, I want to know what you, ma'am. So, how what your profession? What do you do apart from this YouTube channel?
As I told you initially, that I have just started working as a tutor, spoken English tutor, you can say, because nowadays I'm teaching to the teachers and I will be teaching them for a long time. I'm not really sure about that. And after that, teaching to the students all about spoken English.